Well, with me today is Mike Davis, who's associated with the club. We've just witnessed a fantastic training session here in Northampton in the boxing arena there. You certainly put it through the paces.
Yeah, it was tough, right?
It was tough.
Yeah, the guys did well today, to be fair. It was the last session of the season before we have a little break, so they were given 2 weeks off after today, so we had to put them through the paces. So we incorporated a little bit of science in the head. All the training sessions we do, we incorporate. They're based around scientific principles to enhance athletic performance. So today we used a variation of Metcon, high intensity interval training, and something called peripheral heart training, and then did some isolated leg work for the guys to really put them through the paces.
How important is it at this age to actually get the right fitness levels?
Over the past 3 or 4, say 5 years, the emphasis on strength and conditioning, sports science within academy setups has gone from strength to strength. I mean, the research is back now to suggest that athletes should be training movement stuff, such as what we were doing today, as young as 3-year-old. So there's a really big push and a really big emphasis on it. To the extent the FA has now launched a FA 12s, FIFA 12s program, so everybody by the age of 12 should be able to complete a set amount of movement patterns, repetitions of certain movements to get them ready for the game, I guess.
It was also good seeing youngsters like Jack and Kelsey in there, along with old timers like Luke Graham, who's putting them through his paces. So it's good for Luke as well. Yeah,
Luke's a grafter. Like, he always comes in and he works with the lads, and he works really hard, and it brings the lads on as well. So if me or Luke get involved in a session, and then they see we're willing to work and we're willing to put ourselves through the paces, they kind of understand the emphasis of it more, because it's very much new. Like I say, 4 or 5 years, football, especially at Kettering town level, is very much behind the times as far as sports science. And if you look at like Leicester, they've got labs, which is obviously a world ahead. But to get the guys to understand the emphasis on it, it's important that the coaches actually join in and participate in the sessions.
Well, that's something that the management and hierarchy like Richie are trying to develop, isn't it, with the Future Lions and everything else?
Yeah, I mean the club, as far as open-mindedness and like the club's philosophy and youth development, is absolutely fantastic. That's why I've stayed. I've been working with the club now for just around 2 years, and I've just seen it go from strength to strength. I mean, the programme that they've developed on Future Lions with the fitness testing, the psychological testing, it's really brought non-league football into the 21st century, beyond what I expected when I first came here 2 years ago.
Have you found a response from the lads? They looked very keen today. It must have really improved their performances throughout the season.
Well, yeah, I mean, part of my role within the club, I track and monitor the lads' progression, because if I'm not tracking and monitoring it, then how can we actually say it's a subjective view? So everything gets tracked, monitored, and the progress is constantly looked at throughout the season, and we can see them go from strength to strength, and we can see physiological changes with them, like weight increases and things that they wouldn't normally get. They wouldn't get at any other academy set up that I know of.
You mentioned diet in your little speech at the end there. Yeah. How important is that with the old burger fanatics?
Oh man, we put a really big emphasis on diet, especially in the early stages when they come onto the programme. We try to make it, we put a big push on it in the first 3 or 4 weeks that they come in September. And from there they kind of understand the importance of it, and then we monitor their lunches. And so when they go out for lunches, if they're coming back with donuts or like chocolate, or you know what teenagers are like, they come back with rubbish, we'll pull them up on it, and after a while it starts to phase out. They understand we're only trying to do it for their benefit. It might seem like we're nagging, but ultimately it's for the lads, you know.
Well, thank you, Mike, for that. All the best for the rest of the next season. It's great to see, and actually, no doubt we'll be with you again at some point. And fantastic to have you aboard, obviously, with Kettering Town.
Brilliant. Thank you for your time.
Cheers.
Cheers.